in the morning, you can follow. You got some book. Vipavali station, Moga station. It will tell you Ram Krishna Bolo Hari Hari Govinda Hari Ram
Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Nitai Gaur Haribo, 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 Nitai Gaur Haribo. Jai Jai Prabhupada, 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 Jai Srila Prabhupada. Gaur Premanande. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Sarasatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudirayat Nastapraeshu Vabhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtaki. So today is the auspicious day of the appearance of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Ramachandra. So today we will be speaking about the glories of Lord Ramachandra. So Lord Ramachandra is discussed in the 9th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. mentioned there. What's wrong? Oh, it's mentioned there in the 9th canto. There's only actually a couple of chapters there about Lord Ramachandra. What happened was Sukadeva Goswami was describing the great kings coming in the line from the sun god, and he came to Katvanga Maharaj. Katvanga Maharaj, well known, right? Katvanga Maharaj, he was the one who was fighting for the demigods, and he got the benediction from the demigods were so pleased with them, they said, we will give you a benediction. What would you like? And Katvanga Maharaj said, just tell me, how long do I have left in this world? And they told him, you have only 1 moment of time left. So he immediately transferred himself from the heavenly planets where he had been fighting, came down to earth, and he fixed his mind on the Supreme Lord and went back to Godhead. So that is Katvanga Maharaj. He's mentioned there in the 2nd canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. And Lord Ramachandra, he's coming in that line from Katvanga Maharaj. Lord Ramachandra, of course, is the son of Maharaj Dasarath. Dasarath. He's a powerful king, a great king. Maharaj Dasarath, he had 3 wives, right? Goshalya, Kaikeya, and Sumitra. And he had other wives as well, actually. It's mentioned he had 360 wives. Not a lot compared to Lord Krishna, but still significantly. We'll explain more later, maybe about
then Kaikeya and Bharat, and then Sumitra and Lakshmana from Sumitra. So these 4 brothers, Ram, Lakshman, Bharat, they are all Vishnu Tattva. Srila Prabhupada points out in the report in this section of Srimad Bhagavatam that they are not Jiva, they are all Vishnu Tattva, the 4. And they have wonderful relationship with each other, the 4 brothers. I was reading one of the commentaries on this section, and it's described how they all have the mood of surrender to Lord Rama. They recognize Lord Rama as being the Supreme Lord, and they were fully surrendered to him. Ramayana, well, in Srimad Bhagavatam, Sukadeva Goswami was mentioning, he said that we've heard so much.
because you've already heard so much, and there's so many different versions of Ramayana also. Prabhupada told us that the actual version of Ramayana, the authorized version, is Valmiki Ramayana. And Valmiki Ramayana is 24,000 verses. It's being translated for us now. One of the devotees, a South Indian devotee who lives in Mayapur, named Vidwan Gauranga, right? Vidwan Gauranga. So he's already published several volumes of the Valmiki Ramayana and extensive commentaries from the acharyas from the Sri Sampradaya. And so we're fortunate that that's coming out. Grant, he's not fully, but he's done about 5 volumes or 7 volumes. All big volumes as well, big books. So those of you who are interested to read Valmiki Ramayana, you can get it nowadays. It's available with an authorized commentaries by our devotee. Anyway, Valmiki Ramayana, it is said the Valmiki Ramayana is a summary of the Mula Ramayana. Mula Ramayana is the Ramayana which they have in the heavenly planets, the demigods. And that Mula Ramayana is 10 crore verses, right? You think 24,000 verses is a lot. In the heavenly planets, the residents in the higher planets, they read the Mula Ramayana, which is 10 crore, 1 billion verses. So actually this Mula Ramayana is from Lord Brahma. And Lord Brahma desired that there would be a summary of the Mula Ramayana for the people, the common people in the earthly region. So by the desire of Lord Brahma, Valmiki was blessed. He was given the task to compile this summary study of the Mula Ramayana. And this is what Valmiki Ramayana is. It's a summary, 24,000 verses. And each of the 1,000 verses will begin with one of the syllables from the Gayatri Mantra, Brahma Gayatri Mantra. Brahma Gayatri Mantra has 24 syllables. And so each of the 24,000 verses in Ramayana, they will begin with one of the different the syllables. They will take Om, Bhur, Bhuva, Swat, Tat, like that. So the whole Brahma Gayatri is there in the Ramayana. And we should understand that the Ramayana is also a meditation on Lord Rama. Just like we know Srimad Bhagavatam is a meditation on Lord Krishna. The first 2 cantos of the Bhagavatam are Padapadma, our meditation on the lotus feet of Lord Krishna. So similarly in Ramayana there are 7 khandas, and each of the khandas, their meditation on the different bodily parts of Lord Ramachandra. Ramachandra Bhagavan ki, right? We want to meditate on Lord Rama, and the best way to meditate on him is by hearing, by absorbing ourselves in hearing the glories of Lord Ramachandra. So very important for us to hear. And we want to understand the importance of surrender. Of course, that is one important point which is there in Ramayana. Just like within our own Krishna conscious philosophy, we hear about, we're always taught about surrender. And in Bhagavad Gita, the sloka is there, Sarva Dharmam Parigashnamamikam Sharanam. Krishna said, give up all your dharmas and just surrender to me, and I will protect you. I will free you from all sinful reactions. So similarly, Lord Ramachandra, he also has the ultimate statement coming from him. He says that if anyone surrenders to me, calls my name, he said, then I will give them shelter. No matter what they have done, I will accept them. And so the whole perfection of the Ramayana, the real glory of Lord Rama's pastimes comes not just in his killing Ravan. That is not such a great thing. But what is the great thing in the pastimes of Lord Rama is the surrender of Vibhishan. When Vibhishan comes to Lord Rama and surrenders himself, he wants to take shelter of the Lord. This is the glory of the pastimes of Lord Ramachandra. In the Sri Vaishnava commentaries, they describe Mother Sita as being the ideal spiritual master. Of course, they're the Sri Sampradaya, right? Their Adi Guru is Lakshmi, the goddess of fortune. And Lakshmi comes in the pastimes of Lord Rama as Sita, as the consort of Lord Ramachandra. And as the consort of Lord Ramachandra, she is always very compassionate. She's very kind and caring, and this is the mood. Devotees, like when we offer our Vaishnava pranams to each other, we say Vaishnavas are full of compassion for the fallen conditioned soul. So Mother Sita, she had that great compassion. And throughout Ramayana, we see also her compassionate nature being revealed. There's a pastime which is told. Mother Sita wanted to enlighten Hanuman, because Hanuman, of course, Hanuman is also guru. He's also spiritual master. He's also surrendered. But because his monkey is in that body, it's a bit difficult sometimes to control his anger and his feelings towards others when he sees people not give the proper respect, then he can get angry. Anyway, Mother Sita told Hanuman one story to illustrate the importance of being compassionate. She told this story, she said, about this one man who was in the forest and he got chased by the tiger. Tiger was coming for him. So he was quick enough to climb up a tree. And he got up in the tree and he thought, now I am safe from the tiger. But when he was in the tree, he looked around him and he was surprised to see there was a great bear there in the tree. And the bear was looking at this, who is this person coming in the tree here? But he was surprised that the bear began to speak to him. And the bear began to speak in a kind way. You have to understand it. It's not Kali Yuga. Treta Yuga. So in Treta Yuga, you know, that even the animals could also speak and do things like that, you see. Now in Kali Yuga, you know, even people a lot of people don't know how to properly speak. But Treta Yuga, you can get these kind of situations. The animals were speaking. So the bear spoke to the man and told him that you're welcome here. You be comfortable. No harm will come to you. Because the bear could see the tiger below. But the bear comforted the man and said, don't worry, you just stay here. And so the man took some rest and relaxed. And after taking some rest, he opened his eyes. And then the tiger began to speak to him. And the tiger said to the man, he said, you know, I've not had anything to eat for a long time. And I just want to put something in my belly to have some food. So the tiger said to the man, he said, why don't you knock that bear down so I can eat the bear, kind of something to eat. And the tiger said, I promise you that if you knock the bear down and I can have some, I'll go home, I'll go away, I'll leave you and you can go to your home. So the man thought, well, that's a good idea. Yeah, foolishly. And he took the opportunity at the appropriate time. He was able to give the bear a shove. He pushed him. But the bear was quick enough. He was able to catch hold of a branch and swing away so the tiger could not catch him. So the man thought, oh no, I'm in trouble now. The bear sees my ungrateful nature. The bear had been so kind, he was so grateful, but the man had not appreciated the kindness of the bear. But anyway, the bear came to the man and said, it's all right. I understand your nature. I can forgive you. Don't worry. The man was surprised that, oh, that he's so kind, and he's, even though I tried to push him down to the tiger, that he's not angry at me. He's not bitter with me. So Mother Sita was explaining to Hanuman how good people or great people, they will not have grudges against people who do harm to them. And if someone does even a little good to them, they will appreciate it. So Mother Sita, she herself had been in this situation where Ravana's son, one of Ravana's sons, had taken the form of a crow and bit her. But she did not have any bitterness towards that son of Ravana who'd done this. And she was also not bitter to the Rakshasis, because when Mother Sita was taken by Ravana, he put her in the Ashok Van, where there were many Rakshasis there. And some of them were very cruel and nasty to her. But Mother Sita understood that they're like that because they have a cruel master. Because Ravana himself is so cruel and nasty. So what can you cannot expect them to be any different. It's not their fault. That if they had a good master, they would display also good qualities. They would be also kind. So in this way, Mother Sita was telling Hanuman how a good person, even if someone does evil to them, they won't do evil back. You know, In the material world, there's the saying, an eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth. But if we think like that, the result is we'll have no eyes, everybody will be blind, and we'll have no teeth also. That won't be very nice, will it? No eyes and no teeth. This is what will happen if we work on that principle. But great people will learn to tolerate. And if they see a little good in others, they will magnify that goodness. So Lord Rama, he had that nature. And Mother Sita, she's telling Hanuman also, this is very important principle to understand. To be forgiving. Forgiveness is a very important quality which we need to always display as devotees. As devotees, we have to show that forgiveness to others. And certainly in Ramayana, into exile, Lakshman will go with him and accompany him. He always has that mood of giving service to Lord Ramachandra and doing everything for the pleasure of Lord Rama. Actually, it was very difficult for Lakshmana to give pleasure to Lord Ram because Lord Ram wanted to be more austere and more renounced. And Lakshman was trying to give comfort for Lord Ram. But Lord Rama would say, prefer, no, keep simple, be more, we want to practice austerity. We have come to the forest, we're in exile, we have not come here for comforts. We've come here to do tapasya. And so it was difficult because Lakshman is the younger brother. So it's said in future incarnations, Lakshman comes as the older brother. Because as the younger brother, he was always being restricted and told, don't do it. No, I don't want this. I don't want that. It was very difficult for Lakshman to try to serve Lord Rama. So the future incarnations, he comes as the older brother. And you see Lord Balaram with Lord Krishna, how Lord Balaram is able to serve Lord Krishna in the different rasas. And then Lord Nityananda is also able to serve Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So Lakshman had that mood. He surrendered to Lord Rama, directly engaged in his service. Now Bharat was also surrendered to Lord Rama, but Bharat was serving Lord Rama through his instructions. he had surrendered to the orders, the instructions given to him by Lord Rama. He was not able to personally be with Lord Rama. While Lord Rama had gone off in exile, Bharat had to stay back. Although Bharat begged Lord Rama to come back, Lord Rama said, I will come. He gave his padukas. He gave his paduka, his sandals to Bharat, and take these back, put these on the throne, and you can serve. And in this way, Bharat was having to serve Lord Ramachandra. But Bharat would serve all the instructions of Lord Rama. And you have also Shatrughna. He, you see, surrender can be three things. One is direct service. The second thing, serve the instruction. And the third thing is to serve either the person who's serving the instructions or the person who's the servant. So Shatrughna, he was in that position. He was surrendered in the mood to be the servant of Bharat, who was serving the instructions of Lord Rama. In this way, the three brothers all showed the mood of surrender. And this is the essence of Ramayana. It's all about surrender, that we have to accept the mood of surrender, giving up all attachments to the material. And we see Vibhishan also, he surrendered. When he came, it is said in Valmiki Ramayana that Sugriva came to tell Lord Ramachandra that Vibhishan has come and he wants to surrender. Lord Rama told Sugriva, he said, bring him here. He didn't say, tell him to come and see me. He said, you, Sugriva, you go and bring him here. Another important point, that when we surrender to the Lord, we have to go through someone. We cannot just simply directly surrender to the Lord. We see, for example, in Chaitanya Lila, a nice example of this. Raghunath, who became Raghunath Das Goswami. Raghunath came to see the Lord. Lord Chaitanya had come to, I think it was in Shantipur, and Raghunath came to see Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and he wanted to leave home, and he wanted to join Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. But Lord Chaitanya told him, you go home. Don't be a sahaja. Sahaja means you take everything very cheaply. You don't take it in a very serious way. So Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told Raghunath Das, you go home and behave like a normal person and keep the Lord in your heart. And of course he told him, in the future, later, you can get my shelter. Anyway, the principle is there that if you go directly to the Lord without the introduction from the devotee who's already surrendered to the Lord, without the grace of the spiritual teacher to introduce you, to present us to the Lord, then we will not be accepted. You have to have the grace of the spiritual teacher, that he will introduce us to the Lord. So Raghunath Das, he had come to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu directly. Lord Chaitanya sent him back. But later, after getting the mercy from Lord Nityananda, then he was allowed. Then he was accepted. So the principle is we surrender first to the representative of the Lord in the form of the spiritual master. And the spiritual master brings us, he will introduce us to the Lord. Sometimes it happens that Jiva Goswami also mentions that the devotee is that they will give up the body, they will not immediately go back to Godhead, but they will go to another place in the material world and take part in the pastimes of the Lord in preparation for going back to Godhead. Not that you can immediately go back to Godhead, but you go to wherever the Lord is appearing in the material creation and take part there and get further training so that we can go back into the spiritual world to be engaged in his eternal service. So that Sugriva had brought Vibhishan, Lord Ramachandra had told, you bring him, because Lord Ramachandra doesn't want Vibhishan coming directly to him. He wants Sugriva to introduce him and to bring him to the Lord. And in this way, we're seeing the etiquette, how to approach the Lord, that we approach the Lord through his devotee. So it's a very important point for all of us. So from Ramayana, we're seeing these wonderful kind of instructions for all of us. It's important for us to learn how to surrender. What is the meaning of surrender? Vibhishan shows full surrender. He gave up everything. He left his brother and he even gave up his family and his relatives, everyone. He left it all behind to come to surrender to the Lord. So that is the meaning of surrender, that we give up even the things which are very dear to us, which we're attached to. That to actually surrender, we have to leave behind all of these things of the material world. So from Ramayana, we're seeing how to surrender through these different devotees. So Hanuman, of course, he is the ideal devotee, and his mood of service to the Lord is very wonderful. He is completely chaste to the service of Lord Ramachandra. It is described that on one occasion, the Lord was living in Dwarka, and he told Garuda, go and tell Hanuman to come and see me. So Garuda went and said, the Lord's in Dwarka, he wants to see you. Hanuman didn't move. He didn't go. So Garuda went back to Dwarka, and the Lord said, did you tell Hanuman to come? He said, I told him, but he didn't come. He said, did you tell him Lord Rama wants to see him? He said, no, I just told him you want to see him in Dwarka. He said, you have to tell him Lord Rama wants to see him. So Garuda went back and said, Lord Rama wants to see you in Dwarka. Hanuman immediately said, all right, I'm going there. Garuda said, I can bring you on my back. He said, it's all right, I'll go on my own. So Garuda returned to Dwarka, and he was surprised Hanuman was already there. That is Hanuman's mood, that he only knows service to Lord Rama. That is that mood of chastity in his service to the Lord as the ideal devotee. that he just simply wants service to the Lord. Hanuman, of course, the interesting thing we know is that the Lord took everyone back to the spiritual world, but he asked Hanuman to stay here. And you see in Brihad Bhagavatamrita, it's described, if you've read Brihad Bhagavatamrita, Narada Muni is trying to find out the devotee who got the greatest mercy, who's received the greatest mercy from the Lord. So at one point he had come to Hanuman, that Hanuman, you're the greatest devotee of the Lord, that you've done so much wonderful service. But Hanuman just looked at Narada Muni and said, me? He said, no. He said, look, the Lord took everyone back to the spiritual world. He left me here. He told me to stay here. He said, how could you say I'm the greatest recipient of the mercy of the Lord? No, not at all. So Hanuman, actually, he resides in Kimpurusha Loka. And he has the blessing, wherever there is Ram Katha, he should go there and hear Ram Katha. So Hanuman is that is surrender. That whatever is the desire of the Lord wants you to go someplace, you do it. It's his will. Even he wants you to go to hell. Hell becomes heaven if you're Krishna conscious or Rama conscious, as the case may be. So we see in Ramayana, different rasas are there. Just as in our Srimad Bhagavatam, there's a lot of ras. So rasa is also there in Ramayana. There are the servants of Lord Rama, like Hanuman. There are the friends of Lord Rama, friends like Sugriva, Vibhishan, like that. They're on the friendly relationship with Lord Rama. There's the Vatsalya Ras, the parenthood relationship. We see that how Lord Rama, how he has so much love and respect for his parents. And whatever the father said, immediately he will accept without question. And we see also Madhurya Ras there. Of course, for Lord Ramachandra, Madhurya Ras is with one person, because Lord Ramachandra is fixed at having one wife, Eka Patnivra. So Ramayana is full of a lot of ras. And the devotees of Lord Rama, they relish these things. We should not think that the Ramayana is just simply stories, but the Ramayana is actually the essence of all the scriptures. The whole Vedic philosophy is there within Ramayana. The Vedanta Sutra, the Bhagavad Gita, and Puranas, all the philosophy is all there within the Ramayana. But we have to read it, we have to hear it from the proper source, in the proper way. With the help of the acharyas, we can understand more about the glories of Lord Ramachandra. Srila Prabhupada taught us that Lord Rama comes to show us the perfect king. As a perfect king, how he behaves, what are his activities. Lord Krishna comes to show us the activities of the personality of Godhead, the Supreme Lord. But Lord Ramachandra is coming as an ordinary person, although not really ordinary, he's a king. But he's showing us how to be the perfect king. And everyone talks about Ram Raja. Oh, we want Ram Raja. They want Ram Raja, but they don't want Lord Rama. That's the problem. Of course, now they've opened one temple anyway in Ayodhya. So that's something. Ramachandra Bhagwan ki. So we're very glad, Lord Rama has certainly become more popular these days since they opened the temple in Ayodhya. And we get more and more requests. People want to read Ramayana. So very soon we'll have the whole Valmiki Ramayana. And just like we have Srimad Bhagavatam, a whole set, we'll have Ramayana, the whole thing, all 24,000 verses to go through. All right. So is there any questions? Are you all fasting today? Half-day fast? Yeah? Yes, Prabhu? We see the Ramayana begins with the incident of Vedavati and what happened to her. That Vedavati is the daughter of a great personality. Her father was a great sage, Rishi. And he was actually, her father was one of the sons of Brihaspati. So Vedavati, she was born, and father wanted that this girl, she should be married to Lord Vishnu. Problem was she was very attractive, and so many different sages and demons, they all saw her and they wanted, just like Draupadi. Draupadi, her beauty was so powerful that every man would swoon. And Rukmini also like that. They were very, very beautiful, very attractive. They attract the minds of all men. So this girl Vedavati was of similar nature, and so many men, they all desired to have her as their wife. And they approached her father, but the father would say no. So at one point there was one demon, name was Sambhu, and he wanted to marry her. And when the father said no, that you cannot have my daughter, he became so angry that he killed the girl's father. So Vedavati, her father being killed like that, she felt very sorry, and she went off to the Himalayas to do austerity, to do tapasya, and to meditate on Lord Vishnu, because her father had brought her up that Vishnu should be your husband. He is the one. Don't accept any other man but Lord Vishnu. And so she went to the Himalayas to do tapasya and to meditate on Lord Vishnu. So while she was engaged in meditation, it happened that Ravan came past there. And Ravan came by, and he happened to see the beautiful young woman there doing tapasya. And he became attracted. Ravan, being the type of demon he was, he naturally wanted to enjoy the beauty of the young girl. And he approached her and asked her, "Oh, who are you, my young girl? And oh, you're here all alone. Oh, it's very dangerous here. Who's your father? Who's protecting you?" And so Vedavati, she explained to him the situation. And she said that I've come here to get Lord Vishnu as my husband. And when Ravana heard that, he said, why do you want him for a husband? He's nobody. Don't you know who I am? I make everyone cry. You know, you should become my wife. But she said, no, I only, my life is only for Lord Vishnu. So then at one point, Ravana, he then took Vedavati by the hair. And when he took her by the hair, Vedavati had mystic power. And with her mystic power, she cut the hair with her hand. And then she cursed Ravan that you have polluted me by your touch. And then she went into meditation. And she went into meditation and she brought fire out from her body and burned her body into ashes in a few seconds, right in the presence of Ravan. So Ravan saw Vedavati burned into ashes. He thought, I'll take these ashes. And he collected the ashes and he put them in a special box and he took them away with him. And he took them back to Lanka. So when Ravana came back to Lanka, immediately all kinds of inauspicious omens began to manifest in Lanka. And Ravana was wondering, what can be wrong? Why so many inauspicious things are happening here? Narada Muni then came and told Ravan, the reason why all these inauspicious things are happening, because you have the ashes of Vedavati. This is the problem. So then Ravan went and he threw the ashes into the sea. And the box also was thrown into the sea. And that box was washed ashore. It came, the sea, he threw it into the ocean and it was washed up at Mithila. At Mithila, on the seashore there. The box was washed up, and then that box, it found its way into the land. And so it happened that Janak Maharaj was engaged in doing sacrifice, performing ritual, and he had a plow, just like even today in Thailand, they have a king and they do rituals every year. They have royal bulls and they have a royal plow, and they will plow the soil. And from how they plow the soil, they can predict if it will be a good harvest, if it will be a good year or not. So even today they're doing the same thing, the tradition Maharaj Janak was doing thousands of years ago. He had the royal plow with the royal bulls, and he was plowing the field, and at one point they unearthed this golden box, the same box which Ravana had kept the ashes of Vedavati in. Now this time, when Janak Maharaj opened the box, he found there's a beautiful golden girl there. And this is why she got the name Sita. Sita meaning coming from the earth, coming out of the ground. So this is how Sita appeared. And of course she's come, she's going to bring havoc into the life of Ravan for all of his atrocities, for all of his offenses against Vedavati, ruining, trying to pollute her in her chest, in her austerity, in her attempts to please Lord Vishnu. He had disturbed her and ruined her purity by his touch. So she has come to bring reactions unto him. we could say, well, she should be more merciful, right? The thing is, Ravan never did any good. If he had done any good, even when Sita was in exile, she would tell Ravan, you should surrender to Lord Rama. My husband will accept you if you surrender. But Ravan, no, never considered surrender. There was no good in him. There was nothing praiseworthy. So he could not get the mercy of Lord Ramachandra. So he has to die. He is doomed. So this is something from Ramayana. We will stop here today. Getting late. You have to probably all go to work.
Yeah? There are two questions. One question online, one question offline. Can I ask one? The question from online is, Hare Krishna Maharaj, thank you very much for the wonderful class. During the, why did Lord Rama kill Vali by hiding behind the trees?
Why did Lord Rama kill Vali while hiding behind the tree? Yes, that was the criticism of Vali, that you killed me unfairly. But Lord Rama told Vali, he said, because you are an animal. So you don't have to follow those kind of codes when you kill an animal. And Vali had also not acted properly. He'd taken the wife of Sugriva. He'd been engaged in so many very atrocious, very bad activities. And so the reaction had come on him. So Lord Rama killed him. Although behind the tree, Lord Rama said, because you are an animal, so you die like that.
Thank you, Maharaj. There is one more question. Does Hanuman and Rama had interaction in Kim Purusha Loka even after Hanuman was left alone? How does Hanuman spend his life there without Lord Rama?
How did Hanuman spend his life there without Lord Rama? He chanted the holy name. He's chanting the holy name incessantly. The Lord is there in his name. So Hanuman is always chanting the holy name of Lord Ram. And I said, whenever the glories of Lord Ram are being recited, Hanuman can go there. He has that opportunity. He's given that blessing that you can go wherever there is Ram Katha. And in this way, he spends his time.
Thank you, Maharaj.
Hare Krishna. Any other question? All right. So then we will finish here. We'll see you this evening. Srila Prabhupada ki. Sri Ramachandra Bhagavan ki. Sri Ram Navami Mahamahotsava ki.
Hare Krishna, we are very fortunate to have His Holiness Bhakti Vigna Vinasha Narasimha Swami Maharaj on this auspicious day to hear from Maharaj about Ramayana. So in the morning we had this Bhagavatam Ram Katha, and in the evening also again we have the same opportunity to hear from Maharaj. In the evening 4:30 onward the Kirtan starts, 5 o'clock recitation of Nama Ramayana, and followed by 5:30 again in the evening Ram Katha by His Holiness Bhakti Vigna Vinasha Narasimha Swami Maharaj ki. So, and after that there will be Aarti and Prasadam. So also there is wonderful opportunity for those who wish to take Ramayana on this auspicious day. We can request Maharaj to sign on the book. If anybody wants with the blessings of Maharaj, want to take Ramayana, can take on this occasion. Also, at 10:30, we need some devotees, volunteers for helping in vegetable cutting for the evening feast cooking. Those devotees who are able to come for half an hour, 1 hour, or whatever time, you can come to kitchen. Thank you. Let's express our gratitude to Maharaj by chanting Hare Krishna mantra once. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Rama Rama.